Hey there, my name is Pravus. Welcome to more Surviving Mars in what is probably going to be the finale for this series. You see, we've already dealt with Metatron, and our mystery is complete. We've also completed all of our milestone and objectives. The only thing really left to do at this point is to terraform the planet, which is a very long and arduous process, but we've already made some decent progress. If we just keep this going, in theory, eventually we'll be okay. Running low on a few things, like some machine parts as we upgrade our wonders, but these are producing absolute tons of other resources. Fuel is surprisingly a small problem, but it's fine. Nothing an extra one of these medium fuel refineries wouldn't fix. And I'm really concerned about food. We saw this drop very quickly as our population has grown, but I'm hoping as we get these cover crops up and running, pretty quickly we should be able to start producing some of the worthwhile food. We also did demolish and then reinstitute the Bengal fields, because it turned out we needed it. We had a lot of renegades running around and blowing my stuff up, and it was very annoying. So now we managed to pare down from about 60 renegades down to only 6, and they're actively getting killed. Was going to try to use the train systems. I thought that was really going to fix it, but no, it turns out it's just like, you really got to mess with your filters. And once you have shuttles, what is the point exactly of having the trains, right? Aside from saving fuel. That's always been the thing about the trains. They're kind of cool, and they're very good for transporting lots of resources in bulk, but once you got these dang shuttles, who cares anymore, you know what I mean? One thing that is fun, though, is to pull back to the planetary anomaly, and you can see the progress we've been making on Mars. Slowly starting to Earthify. Perfect. We're going to keep using our rockets to capture ice asteroids. Once I have lots of extra seeds to work with, I'll happily go ahead and start spreading that around. Any little boosts to water and to vegetation in particular would be very nice. Speaking of water, I never have enough anymore. Even with all of these moisture vaporators, it's not enough. Part of that being, of course, these farms over here are going to be draining a lot. Hey, no more toxic rains now that we've hit 55% temperature. Excellent. So we can cloud seed all that we want now, and we're only going to get beneficial rain that boosts the soil quality. Good. One thing I've always found very annoying is trying to build up the atmosphere in this game. Yeah, I've got 2 carbonate processors. Yeah, they take up a lot of power and a lot of rocks and other stuff. And yeah, we're just losing 0.73 of what I would be gaining due to the lack of a magnetic field, which is why you need to have more of these things. And also launch some of these magnetic shields, which is what we're doing, but it costs me $3 billion in rocketry every single time. It is kind of fun just to look how far along we have come in the last couple of videos, though, am I right? I mean, it wasn't that long ago, like 2 videos ago, we started with only this. Look how much we've sprawled out in a very short period of time, and it's only ramping up faster and faster as the planet starts becoming more and more hospitable, right? We can afford to do more and more fun things. Okay, some of the open farms outside are now starting to produce a bit of food. 330 food over there, which is substantially better than what we'd be able to get out of one of these farms. The big issue is we have to keep producing enough seeds. If we ever stop producing seeds, we're not going to be able to do this. That's the advantage of having just a simple farming dome. I don't need things like that. So it's a little bit easier to have consistent food over here. But obviously the potential of an open farm is substantially better. And at this point, I think we've officially finished all research in the game. We have. So the only thing left is just repeatable texts that make me money, basically. Now's the time when science starts turning into just straight out hard cash. Are we able to start planting trees now? Yes, actually, we can. Okay. So as we start planting and harvesting trees, we'll get more seeds out of the arrangement, and the soil quality goes up substantially from things like trees. This is great. Really starting to take a lot of carbon and dump that into the soil.
Achieved.
Oh, there we go. We've even planted our first tree. Excellent. That's worth more science. Where is said tree? Someone tell me where the tree is. I missed it. I blinked. What else can we do that's going to speed things along over here a bit? Well, let's see. With the extra magnetic fields, we're getting about 0.6 atmosphere per sol. Not getting that much when it comes to our temperature, though. The core heat convectors would be the best way to go, but they take 10 water. So we may have to just continue working with more greenhouse gases. Water, surprisingly, is doing really well. Not what I expected, but alrighty. We'll go ahead and launch like some space mirrors and stuff. Try to force a little bit of extra temperature that way. Again, costs us a rocket to do that, but I'm okay with it. One of the great things about terraforming and getting rid of all the natural disasters is I actually feel like I can now start placing cables and pipes and stuff all over the planet. And I really shouldn't have to worry about dust storms and other things creating massive leaks that absolutely obliterate me. That is a nice perk. Space mirror launched. There we go. All right, start beaming the sun toward us. That's another 10% to the temperature. There we go, there we go. We're making progress. We're getting there. It's just, a lot of sitting around and waiting, to be honest. Anything else we could do that would be kind of fun aside from just, like, doing all this? We could start up a whole new project, like, over here. Also, shouldn't these cold zones be gone by now? I feel like they probably should. Still, what if I were to set up something totally new over here? Capital City. Ooh, I need a breathable atmosphere. It's been a long time since I've done one of those. What about things like the Geoscape Dome, you know? I could place down a giant one of these over here. A little bit of a terraforming heaven on Earth. No, wait. Terraforming heaven... A little bit of Earth heaven on Mars, you know? Something like that. Place it down over here, start mining out all the water. We can do things like that now if I want to. I mean, I suppose at the end of the day, it would be something to do. Let's go ahead and flatten out a huge area over here. Prepare for a new capital city. And how are we doing on things like food? We're up to 1.2 thousand. Okay. So, the amount of food is going up. Not as dramatically as I think I would have expected or hoped, but it is going up. So we're doing okay. We've finished the first of many missions that allow us to do some seed vegetation. Does not cost us a rocket to do this, which is great. Does take a lot of seeds, though, so if you have a lot of these, this can work. 4 souls for the expedition. These things don't always pop up as frequently as you'd like them to. I think I have 3 available right now, but this takes a while. So, you can use this, and at some point, it's the only way to keep boosting up your vegetation. I don't understand why we're still only getting 0.5. 0.5 per soul is 0.05. It's just not much. I guess I really don't have much of like the planet's surface or anything, but I mean, I've got enough seed planters. I feel like I should be doing better than that. How's our population? It's actually kind of holding steady around 550 right now, which surprises me. 77 seniors. Yeah, we're actually getting less and less workers as time goes on. Part of it does, you know, come down to the fact that I am culling 6 or 7 people per day, admittedly. But I honestly kind of expected the birth rate would keep up a little bit better than this.
We have a food shortage.
We're making decent progress, though, on a lot of things. So now we're up to 1.2% per soul, at least for a while, until the last atmosphere gets me. Then we're getting about 0.5. We need to get more temperature than this, but it's getting there. About 0.45, 0.5, about 0.6, actually, water per soul. Good. So it really is just the forestation that's lagging terribly right now. We're also making a lot of money off of science right now. I mean, I've spent at least like 15 or 16 billion on rockets alone this video, and we're already up to another 18 billion. So if we want to just keep buying rockets forever, we can. We have melted the last of the polar ice caps. There we go. So that's another huge boost. We're up to 80% on our water and our atmosphere. All right. And as a result, there are not going to be meteor storms for the rest of the game. So that actually takes care of, I think, all natural disasters. I don't think dust storms are able to fire off anymore. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure those are gone. So that's it. We've made the planet relatively safe. Now we just need to make it livable outside of the dome. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot. I could place a certain little spire here in the farming dome. That would probably help a little bit, huh? Water consumption reduced by, what was it, 70%? Yeah, that would help a lot, actually. Like a lot. What do you know? The one thing I don't really like about the very repetitive lake structures you build with this game, this kind of looks like a swamp to me, huh? Is that what I'm doing? Am I building Shrek's swamp on Mars? Seems like the memer thing to do. Starting to finally see a little bit of vegetation go up. 0.09 per soul. Oh, wee. I mean, the bushes and trees are starting to pop up all over the place, all right? It's working. We're gradually getting this. Heck, if humanity only lived in this little section of Mars, we'd probably be pretty happy for a long time. That ain't good enough. Dang it. I gotta get this as high as possible. Alright, easiest way to make this all work. We place down a couple more of these drone hubs, we go ahead and place down the geoscape dome, and my shuttles are going to do a lot of the work. Look at all the little busy bees going around. I need some proper sources of power. Fusion reactors plus a few of these unique solar arrays wouldn't be bad. We also know we want to go ahead and start finally producing some water the old-fashioned way. I know I've avoided it up to this point, but come on, we might as well. It's right here. Almost done ferrying all the materials we're going to need in order to make this work. We should be able to get the geoscape dome up pretty soon. Solar arrays are up and running, so we'll start producing plenty of power momentarily. 48 power production each. I don't remember which faction produces these, but we've got them all right. And now we're starting to mine some water out of all these locations. Good. And geoscape dome is done. That is another wonder for us. Beautimous. All right, of course we're gonna... I can't change the style of this thing? What, it has to have the giant bubble? Oh, come on. Why is this the only dome that doesn't have special aesthetics? Whatever. Who's online on the Discord? I don't even have time to pull up the poll right now. And Dedu, congratulations. You got the geoscape dome. We're gonna fill this up with a whole bunch of new homes. I'm a little confused on something. Hold on. Why is it saying that this is uneven terrain? It's inside of a dome. It's inside of a dome. You can't have uneven terrain inside of a dome. What are you doing? This is stupid. Aw, come on. It's just like one spot right here. Something busted. Come on. I'm gonna place, a mega apartment? No, uneven terrain again. Aw, come on. You're gonna tell me I can't even place a spire. How very dare you, game? What are you doing? Oops, and whether I like it or not, it looks like people are starting to move into Andedu over here. Okay. Well, we should be producing plenty of power at this point. We're gonna need some food over here, and pretty quick. Let's make sure things at the diner get built up. I'm gonna be trying to do things like some of these workshops. This is mostly just because, like, there is a special milestone and stuff like that. Where is it, actually? I don't even know anymore. It's something like 40% workers in workshops. I don't know. It's dumb. It's 40% of your population producing absolutely nothing. All right, but yeah, whatever. If you want to place them down, you can. They're worth a lot of jobs. It keeps people occupied.
The colonist has died.
We should be hitting 95% atmosphere very soon, at which point I think that counts as a breathable atmosphere. I don't think it has to be 100%. There it is! Well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. The planet is officially habitable. We can open the domes now if we so desire. Of course, you have to stay above 95% or you have a problem, but there you go. No longer do we need oxygen supplies. Yep, it's also a lot cheaper to build additional domes if we need to. I say screw it. Open the domes, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, we have created a breathable planet. Now we're building an actual city. Hey, question, why is this botanist a different color than the other ones? These guys are green, although these two are also renegades, apparently, which is certainly not helping. Kira is... oh, a robot! I didn't know that they had different uniforms! Oh, that's kind of cool! So let's see, now we're filling a whole bunch more of these lakes. My water is going down rather rapidly. Turns out mining water alone is not gonna do the job. Good thing these moisture vaporators are getting better and better with every passing day, huh? Oh, and yeah, let's go ahead and plan on building out that capital city. There it is. This thing is huge, but that's fine. Something I did not expect is the water is actually going to get to 100% first. Huh. Well, you know. All right, we'll get very close to 100% with atmosphere very soon, and I'm actually launching a space mirror right now, which will take care of the rest of the temperature, so this is actually about to be done across the board. 100% on all three categories. The only thing that would be left, of course, is the vegetation, and also building up things at the capital city. And, you know, for good measure, there are a couple of other things that we could do that I haven't done up to this point. There are other wonders out there. Space elevator's useless to us, but like the Omega telescope, you know, we can just learn about like a few extra awesome, you know, things, breakthroughs and stuff. Yeah, words. I don't know, my brain apparently is tired right now. But yeah, that's a thing we could do. Yep, that's 100% with the water. Perfect. That's 100% on the atmosphere as well. Okay. And that's 100% with the temperature, thanks to that space mirror. Perfect. And it looks like the capital city is almost done being constructed. Perfect. I'm actually going to just go ahead and name this properly. New Warsaw. There it is. Why do you have 58-something starving colonists over here? Oh, for God's sake. Hey, can people please deliver some more food over here? Like, quickly, before everyone just dies? Found the problem. There's so much food stored up over here and not enough drones. My shuttles couldn't pick anything up. Oh, no. Gosh, a bunch of people are dying for no good reason at all right now. These farms are literally just begging to be used. The apple's rotting on the tree. Rotting, I tell you. To be honest, relying on these shuttles to drop off all the resources is part of what's messing me up here, and I really don't want to have to worry about getting transports over here specifically for the purpose of gathering food. I mean, I can do that, sure. Hey, food, go ahead and pick that all up and go drop it off somewhere over here. I don't really care. That works. Another option might be to actually make use of trains again. I know, I keep talking about how I'm not really loving the trains, but like, I don't know, maybe there's a use here. We could use these primarily for cargo transport, right? That's an option for us. Are there any additional projects that would make sense? We do have a couple more of these seed vegetations. All right, keep doing this. It's really the only way I'm making any progress at this point. 0%. I mean, I'm curious. If we take a look at, what is it? The soil quality overlay. Yeah, see, even though we've had a fair bit of cloud seeding, you can see we haven't made a lot of progress on actually boosting up the soil. It's getting there in a few spots. Could I theoretically start planting down seeds all over the map, even though I don't have lakes nearby? Yes. But it still won't be a very good way of boosting up our vegetation. The problem is, I think it's so dumb that you just have to wait around for these stupid things, you know? These things don't spawn very quickly. It takes forever to do this. Hey, question, I'm unable to use trains down a ramp. Uneven terrain, uneven terrain. Really, though? Yeah, this feels like a huge oversight. Alright, I understand going uphill with these trains could be a little bit difficult, but for real, if you're gonna have trains, there needs to be actually ways of getting all over the dang planet instead of assuming everything has to be the same exact elevation. Oh, that's dumb. Looks like New Warsaw proper is getting built up pretty nicely over here. Lots of smart apartments, which are going to boost up sanity by a ton. The temple is built just for funsies. I didn't see any reason why not to do this. Reclaiming plenty of water. We got our sanatorium back up and a-running. We've got hospitals we can upgrade. All that's great. Oh, and we've got some breakthroughs. Hold on, what do we get? We got neo-concrete. Concrete cost reduction. Okay. Applicants is useless, and giant crops with more food output. Amusing. Okay. So let's see, what are the difference between the giant resources again? 110 optimal harvest as opposed to 70 for the exact same cost.
A colonist has died.
Yeah, giant resource time. This is going to boost my food up by a ton. Whoa, I completely ran out of electronics. Well, that's weird. I have plenty of materials to go around. We're just not producing enough, it turns out. Why does this whole place look extremely toxic? I guess this is the one area where I'm not actually, like, planting any seeds. So this whole area just looks like a polluted badland compared to the rest of the planet. Good lord, how quickly my eyes are adjusting to everything being green, and I see this is odd. It's fine, we'll just get another one of these electronics factories up and running, and that should solve the problem eventually. And it looks like we have just about finished mining up most of the underground water that we've been finding. That's 3 of the 5 already gone. Yeah, that didn't last very long, did it? Oh, this is a good sign. Hang on. Way out over here in places where I've never had any sort of forestation, we're starting to see a little bit of greenery pop up. Good. Okay, so the planet is sort of naturally starting to spread its seed, and that is a good... Over here's another great example. I didn't plant down any of this grass. Nor did I plant down this bush. Yeah, okay, it's starting to get around. That doesn't boost my forestation progress, which sucks, but it's a thing. And in the meantime, we're getting back on track with things like my electronics. We've got plenty of seeds coming in. I've got lots of materials across the board. Food is at 3.7 thousand, so we are definitely producing enough now. And I've already got 200 people living in New Warsaw, kind of wandering around doing whatever they want, working in workshops, etc. I don't know. It seems to be sort of a paradise, you know? People can just kind of have leisure and stuff. They don't have to actually work for the capitalist machine. And like a proper paradise, it also eliminates all of its dissidents. Still have 23 renegades somehow, though. They really are getting around a little bit, but alright, we're certainly trying. So, at this point, I think the only thing left to do is literally sit around and just wait. Wait for cloud seeding missions, wait for seed vegetation missions. They'll pop up, it's very infrequent. And we're already at 65%, so I'm inclined to say that at this point we can say we've won. The planet is effectively terraformed. Yeah, there are still some badlands around, but like, this is alright. I just feel like it's really discouraging that I can spend all this effort trying to get lots of soil moisture and lots of seed planting, and nothing seems to come out of it. That's always been one of the dumbest parts of this expansion to me, was just that the vegetation never worked the way that I think it ought to. Not that I'm like a game programmer. I'm sure some people will be all like, what do you know? I'm just saying, as the end user, as the player, as the probably only influencer left on Earth that really plays Surviving Mars with any meaning, yeah, I'm just saying, I feel like this always could have been a little bit better. Maybe we can get a mod for that, though, you know? Make this a little bit more effective. Let's take one last look at the planet. I'd say it's looking pretty dang gorgeous. Continent's a little bit weirdly shaped. Plenty of blue oceans around, though. I even see some islands and stuff. And this last little round of Badlands is gradually starting to fade away. So yeah, we've created a second Earth, and I feel pretty darn good about that. I actually feel pretty good about this entire series, if I'm honest. I remember this game being a lot harder than I feel like it was this time around. Maybe it's because Poland really is strong. Or maybe it's just because this really is like riding a bike and I can just get back into the swing of things with no problem whatsoever. Regardless, I had fun. I really wish they had continued developing this game. I think there's a lot more that could have been done with it. But regardless, even in its current state, it is still a very fun game. I just don't like the train modifier, alright? That thing is still my bane. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this nostalgic series of Surviving Mars at maximum, almost difficulty. If you did, I would ask that you hit that like button to show your support. Leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.